The Cosmere, unsurprisingly, has quite a high number of characters, factions, and groups that span the pages of this shared universe. There are literal kingdoms and worlds at play here, and thus it makes sense that certain factions or groups would start to come to the forefront and would start mingling more with the world and universe than others. And no group like this has raised as many questions as the Ghostbloods from the Stormlight Archive. Brandon Sanderson has crafted a network of different secret societies and collectives throughout all his different Cosmere works. But of all of them, I would say the Ghostbloods has probably captured more readers' attention than any other. A short while ago, I released my 500 subscriber milestone video, and in that video I proposed a series in which I answer your Cosmere questions through my own research. It seems that most of you supported the idea, and one of you even had a question you wanted answered already. This is from Jonathan Cardwell, and he asks for more information on the Ghostbloods and the identity of their leader. Well, let's take some time to examine that and to get some insight into this mysterious secret society. And if you have any Cosmere questions or concepts you'd like to see videos on, please feel free to leave them in the comments. You could very well see a video on something you commented in the future. Who are the Ghostbloods? The Ghostbloods are the secret organization within Roshar led by a mysterious man named Thydakar. They skulk mainly in the shadows but are often well connected with important and primary characters. We are not 100% sure of what it is they want to accomplish, but we have a few primary hints throughout the novels. Our primary view into the Ghostbloods is through Shallan's eyes. She interacts with them from the very first book right up to the latest entry in the series. To me, it seems that the Ghostbloods will be an important force in the Stormlight Archive and the Cosmere as a whole for a long time to come. And while we don't really know what they want, we can look at what they've done and speculate from there. What do they want? The motives of the Ghostbloods are still a mystery to most of us, and we don't really have any primary evidence to help point us in the right direction. All we can do is look at the actions they've taken to try and puzzle together what they could be trying to accomplish. The first thing we know the Ghostbloods have tried to accomplish was the murder of Yasna Kholin. First they sent Kabsal against her, and then they plundered a whole ship to get to her. Of course she escapes, but why are they hunting her? If they want information she has, why try to kill her? If they want to stop her from reaching certain conclusions or truth in her research, why not just burn the evidence? For some reason, they see Yasna as a direct threat, and we still don't know why exactly. The second major thing the Ghostbloods have done is recruiting Shallan into their operations and using her as a field agent. Now of course she plays a double agent for a while before completely turning against them. But why did they want Shallan specifically to join? In the beginning she convinced them of how capable she is as Veil. When they reveal they know her identity as Shallan, they still keep her on board and seemingly stop their assassination attempts on Yasna. I'm beginning to wonder whether they want to keep Yasna close through Shallan, or if they have decided to convert Shallan and take her away from Yasna. Regardless of their motivations, they then get Shallan to do some work for them. The first was to rid Urithiru of the Midnight Mother, one of the Unmade. Then, strangely, they also wanted her to recruit Shah Anat, another Unmade. For some reason they are quite focused on the Unmade, but again there's no real indication why they want this. They also seem to have a keen interest in Ba Adomishram in Rhythm of War. Why do they want Shah Anat on their side? What could they accomplish with Corrupted Spren and an Unmade? The answers still elude us, and I'm quite curious to see what direction Brandon decides to take them when it comes to the Unmade. The Ghostbloods also seem to have a lasting feud with another secret society on Roshar, the Sons of Honor. They relentlessly pursue them and do whatever they can to uncover information they may have. From sending Shallan to spy on Amaram, to sending her to capture Eli Sadias, to having her find the Herald Kalak in Shadesmar, they seem to have a vested interest in pursuing anyone associated with this other secret society. I'm not sure if this is a long-standing feud that drives this, or simply the fact that the Ghostbloods see themselves as a group of hunters and they just don't take kindly to another group encroaching on their territory and goals. And finally, we have what is perhaps the oddest yet most telling action of the Ghostbloods. They're actively trying to get investiture off of Roshar and onto other shard worlds. They want Stormlight because it's easily obtained, portable and sustainably harvested investiture. But for what purpose? Clearly investiture on other worlds exists, so why would they need a consistent supply of raw investiture to travel off-world somewhere else where there presumably already is investiture? The likely answer is that the investiture on the other worlds aren't nearly as easily harvested as on Roshar. On Roshar, it almost literally rains investiture every couple of days across the whole planet. But then we still don't know what they want to accomplish with uncovering a way to transport this investiture off-world. We can try to extrapolate and reason out the likely motives of the Ghostbloods, but my opinion is that it's far too early in the story to reliably tell. Remember, we're only just 40% into the Stormlight Archive by now, so we have a lot of setup still being done, and we likely won't see any major answers come until we're beyond the 60 or 70% mark. Also consider that the Ghostbloods are Cosmere level and not just Roshar level. There's aspects to this organization beyond the Stormlight Archive, and that means it may take even longer for solid answers than we might believe. But at least we can see that their intent is anything but altruistic or favorable to most people. Thydacar. And before we wrapped up this video, I didn't want to finish without briefly speaking about the mysterious leader of the Ghostbloods, Thydacar. I'll keep this section brief, but it does have some significant Cosmere level spoilers, so proceed with caution if you haven't read anything outside the Stormlight Archive yet. Thydacar is mentioned to us by Mraze, and it's clear that he is the master, or at least one of the masters, of the Ghostbloods. We learn that this mysterious person is off-world and that they suffer from a similar affliction to that of the Heralds. We also know that Hoyd has once come to a physical confrontation with this person and refers to Thydacar as the Lord of Scars. This, along with Brandon basically confirming it on a livestream, has allowed the community to realize who Thydacar is. Thydacar is Calcia from the Mistborn books. Calcia, who is still a cognitive shadow like the Heralds and still scarred from his times in the pits of Hathsin. So we have the Ghostbloods being led by Calcia, and we have no real information on why. Now, I know that we'll likely get all the information we need as the series progresses, and considering this was just the reveal, the next book will probably begin delving into some of the questions we have. But for now, we're still stuck questioning the Ghostbloods and why Calcia is leading them. Also, what does he want? This organization is an enigma, and I absolutely look forward to having the questions we already have answered at some point in the coming books. But that's basically all from me for today, guys. What questions do you have for the next Cosmere Q&A video? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have any thoughts on the Ghostbloods, feel free to let me know as well. Anyway, as always, my name has been Raven, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care everyone.